So, what is up, guys? This is Pedro here, and the NFL just revealed who made the Pro Bowl, and two Washington football team players have made it. So we're going to talk about those two players and talk about the players that got snubbed, because there were a couple of them. So if you guys are new, subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get right into it. So Chase Young and Brandon Scherff both made the Pro Bowl. Brandon Scherff's fourth time, and Chase Young becomes the youngest player in Washington football team history to make the Pro Bowl. Huge congrats to Brandon Scherff and Chase Young. Brandon Scherff almost makes it every single year, and Chase Young has had a great year, and he made the Pro Bowl. But man, I know you guys are mad at a couple of guys that didn't make the Pro Bowl. One being Montez Sweat, who put up very similar numbers to Chase Young and, was playing at a very high level. Another guy that, this is the guy that got snubbed the biggest snub is Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin was one of the best receivers in the NFC, and if you want to look at the receivers that made it over him, let's go ahead and look. So Devontae Adams, I'll give him that. DeAndre Hopkins, I'll give him that too. DK Metcalf, you can argue either way. He does have Russell Wilson throwing it to him, and we've had three different starting quarterbacks, but okay, whatever. But Justin Jefferson, I don't think Justin Jefferson is better than Terry McLaurin. He might have slightly better stats, but Terry McLaurin's a better receiver, in my opinion, better player, but we'll see. They're still going to come out with reserves, I do think, and there's always injuries, so I do think there's going to be a couple other Washington football team players that do end up making the roster. Another couple snubs, Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne, both could have made the Pro Bowl, but if you look at it right here, the guys that made it over them, Grady Jarrett, I think Daron Payne or Jonathan Allen should have made it over them. And Fletcher Cox and Aaron Donald, you can't really argue with that. You definitely can't argue with Aaron Donald. And no cornerbacks made it. They had four cornerbacks: Marshawn Lattimore, James Bradbury, Jair Alexander, and Jalen Ramsey. You can't really argue with that either if you wanted to put Kendall Fuller in there, or maybe even Ronald Darby. And Tress Way did not make the Pro Bowl, so that does suck. They only had one Pro Bowl kicker, but again, they haven't really, I do think they have like a reserve list, so he didn't make it, and that does suck. We only had two players make it this year to our Pro Bowl team, but Chase Young making it is really good. Again, though, this is just a popularity contest. It really doesn't matter, because you want to know one of the tight ends that made the Pro Bowl this year for the NFC East? Evan Ingram. That's pretty funny. It just shows that it is mostly a popularity contest. But props to Chase Young for making the Pro Bowl, being the youngest. And that's what I said before the season started. I knew Chase Young would make the Pro Bowl just because of how hyped up he is by everyone. He was the number 2 overall pick. He's produced, and everyone knows him. He played at Ohio State, so I knew he would make it, but it's disappointing to see Terry McLaurin, who's arguably our best player, not make it. Montez Sweat also should have made it, and Tress Way. I think those three are the biggest snubs. You could throw in Daron Payne, Jonathan Allen, and maybe you could say Gibson, but I don't see it for Gibson. I think next year, though, he will make it. But we'll see if they do have, any injury replacements, or if they have, extra reserves, because sometimes they have, they announce those later. So we'll see. I want to hear what you guys think. What is your biggest Pro Bowl snub, in your opinion? Do you think Chase Young deserves to make it? And do you think, Brandon Scherff deserves to make it? Because let's look. So the DNs that he made it with, Brandon Graham has had a really good year for the Eagles. Obviously Chase Young and Cameron Jordan. So those are really, really good pass rushers that he made it with. So again, props up to Chase Young. Youngest player, like I said, in Washington football team history to make a Pro Bowl, and he's going to make many more to come for the Washington football team. And, I don't know if we're going to have any all-pro players this year, but that's really the more important thing, because that's actually voted by, I think, by the media and not by fans. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. Peace.